Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today, my name is Maui, and today we're going to do something different. We're going to be talking about a certain situation that's happening in Dead by Daylight, as you can tell from the title of the video. So, this is going to be pretty obvious. I'm not sure if anyone knows about the situation that we have in Dead by Daylight. And before you ask, no, we're not talking about the new patch notes that have been released for Dead by Daylight. We're not going to talk about that. This is 10 times more important than the patch note. What we're going to be talking about is literally the Sable hate. So, and you guys think I'm joking, but this is actually 100% for real, serious. We have to address the Sable situation. And the one thing that I've noticed about the Sable problem is there shouldn't be a problem. I don't know why recently, and this has been happening for a couple of months now, why a lot of people, especially unalivers, are tunneling and hating on Sable mains or players, which is very odd considering that she's like an 8 to 9 out of 10 on the like attractive scale. It really blows and boggles my mind. I don't know how that's even an issue. It's weird because I feel like over the past couple of days when I was playing the 2v8, literally my teammate, my unaliver teammate, sent me a message saying, "Why aren't you like going after like the survivors?" Because we were basically 2v1ing survivors every time we saw one, and when they were the Sables, I tend to like abandon that like chase and just go find someone else. So he just sent me the message basically saying why I'm not going after, gothic mommies or, gothic, baddies. So basically, the Xbox message was, "Why aren't you going after gothic baddies?" I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, do I have to explain it? It's a gothic baddie. You're basically saying, why aren't you trying to unalive Sable? That's pretty interesting. I honestly don't think I can comprehend that question. It's such a mediocre question. I literally didn't even give him the respect of a reply because it wasn't even a good question to begin with. It was a stupid question. The Sable pandemic has gone worse over the months, and it's gone to the point where people would rather not play Sable anymore due to the fact that there's just so many like hatred against her, which is odd considering the first time that she was released in the Wicked chapter, a lot of people had an infatuation for Sable. Now people are just saying that Sable's bad luck, this and that. Sable's annoying, stupid, whatever. Now I'm not gonna lie, I played Survivor before, and I played with Sables on my team who were, let's just say, below par. So they weren't exactly the best. But the thing is that for a Sable player, them messing up to me was funny and it was, comedic. I wasn't really complaining or raging when the Sable did something so stupid. It gave me a reason to like be angry. And the worst part is usually people would go after a certain character in the game for their appearance or for their like background. For Sables, it was basically the fact that most people who play that character are basically affiliated with just dumbasses who didn't know how to play the game correctly, or just people who did the most out of pocket things in games that even gamers can't explain because there was just no common sense as to what they did that they thought warrants such action to the point where they got themselves down or hooked or even tunneled out the game, or it got other people down because of that. But now I think it's just to the point where people, unalivers and survivors, are really shitting on Sable mains due to the fact that of the character itself and not just because of its player base, which is very odd. So basically, they hate the character more than they hate the people playing the character, which really just blows my mind how it just came to be. I've hashtagged several of my videos recently or so far about stopping the Sable hate for obvious reasons. You see my gameplay where I basically rarely go after Sables or even leave Sables alone and do their own business just because of that, because I actually like Sable as a character. I mean, I think everybody here who watches my videos knows that I have some sort of infatuation towards Sable mains, Kate Denson players, V players, and Michaela's. So I think you guys know what my views are when it comes to, you know, people and unalivers disrespecting Sables or Sable mains. In fact, it just blows my mind. It's just, I don't understand why you're going after a certain character that it's made up of ones and zeros for the fact that just the character itself is just either bad, or the fact that the player behind the character is just freaking making a bad reputation for Sables. I mean, it's just a character at the end of the day. I mean, for the people who hate Sable as a character and that's why they tunnel her, go after her, you need some soul searching, buddy, because that's pretty weird. But I do get the fact that you would be annoyed about, past experiences where a Sable player, ruined Sable's reputation to the point where you just tunnel them because they make the game unbearable sometimes to play, which I understand. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that a lot of players like Sable and play Sable because of her cosmetics and the way she looks, not the fact that, she has like any benefits to the team. I mean, I think the perks that you use benefits the character instead of, and skills that you have at least. But obviously, some people don't even want to try hard the game at Dead by Daylight in the trials because they actually want to play a character or play a game with their favorite character, even though they might be bad at the game, rather than actually like try harding with their favorite character. I mean, it's basically a casual game. I mean, Dead by Daylight is basically a casual game, and there's a reason why there's not a competitive mode in that game. I mean, I think it's safe to say that they're never going to put competitive ranking in Dead by Daylight for obvious reasons. But the fact that these people think that there is, and especially when the Sable player is like locked inside for them, yeah, it's basically just tunnel Sables except for 3 survivors basically game, and it's really not fair for those who actually want to play Sable because of the cosmetics that she has, and not because of anything else. I mean, this isn't the first time a character has been hated on just because of the way they are, cosmetic wise or player base wise. I mean, literally, Bubba had like cosmetics in which he had different faces of different survivor skins, and there was an incident in which Behavior had to remove those add-ons. I mean, not add-ons, those cosmetics from Bubba, because due to the fact that they use a specific character, Claudette, and they use a specific character, which was a Claudette one, and proceeded to target those that were very similar to Claudette's. I'm pretty sure you already know what that we're doing with. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what they were doing with that Claudette skin, and they would basically just tunnel that Claudette because of her difference. So, anyways, yeah, this hasn't been the first time we've heard of characters getting tunneled out because, I mean, I feel like recently I've been playing Lara Croft as my character for getting to P100, and then the unalivers would rather go for me as Lara Croft than anyone else, which is kind of odd because, usually you would think that unalivers have have a thing for Lara Croft. I mean, I think every guy in the world had a thing for Lara Croft when Tomb Raider came out, the movie at least, and the game probably. But other than that, yeah, it's just, we need to stop this pandemic of Sable hatred for some odd reason. I mean, this is more problematic than the update that Behavior released for Dead by Daylight PC version. Like, I feel like this is something that needs to be addressed. This is 100% something that needs to be addressed because I feel like nobody else is addressing it. And I see literally people on Dead by Daylight communities talking about how they're getting tunneled by playing Sable or playing as Sable. And they're just getting hated on, saying they're getting tunneled out, they're getting cammed, and they're getting slugged because they're playing Sable, which is really ridiculous. In fact, it's actually quite dumb because there are a few other characters that I can name off the bat that you can do that to that actually quite deserve it, like Nia players and Meg players and Claudette players. I mean, aka Claudette always hiding and using self-heal Claudettes. Like, every Claudette in the game. Meg players, aka, literally vaults every freaking window so where the unaliver can hear where they're coming from a freaking mile away and get other teammates killed because of that. And then we have a Nia player, fugly, and literally just the epitome of gaming. You'd hate a Nia player if they're a good Nia player or a bad Nia player. It doesn't matter. You still hate them regardless because either way they're just annoying. But I honestly don't understand the Sable hate. And yes, some of this is because I do have a thing for Sable, so some of this is biased, but most of this, what I'm talking about, is unbiased because I have actually seen this firsthand and I experienced it firsthand. So this is actually a very important video. I hope this video goes out to those who actually want to support Stop the Sable hate. I mean, I feel like the only other reason I can think of as to why so many like unalivers are just focused towards Sable is because like they used to date a gothy mommy in real life and then they broke up with them and now they're just like the goth girl that got away and now they can't have her again. I'm guessing that's like the only other reason as to why they're doing this, because they got their heart broken by a gothic mommy and now every time they see a Sable player, it gives them PTSD of the goth girl that broke their heart, and now they decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my revenge from my past experiences with goth women and take it out on Sable. That's pretty much the only way I can ever think as to someone with having such a hatred for Sable. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty sure that covers everything. I mean, literally just spread this video out, stop the Sable hate, and we just gotta make sure that Sables like hear this and know that we appreciate the Sable mains, especially the ones who still continue to play them, because I know for a fact that they're really struggling out there in the trials in the world of Dead by Daylight, trying to survive and actually have a fun, decent game in the trials without trying to be hunted down because of their character choices. Yeah, so you know, I actually support the fact that they're, even though they absolutely know that they're going to get tunneled out and they know that they're going to get freaking backlash because of the unalivers and their decisions, that they're still brave enough to want to play Sable. So I appreciate that. That's amazing. That's pretty much the end of the video, and unfortunately I do have an Xbox on one console, so I don't really, you know, have the game on PC. But once the update comes out for Xbox, I'm going to do a video on the update, because so far from what I heard from other people who play this game on PC, the update is very questionable, and apparently people are saying that this is the update in which unalivers will uninstall this game. So when that update comes out for console, I'm going to make a video and see and put my 2 cents on it about the whole game. I'm obviously going to play it first and then I'll give you my feedback, because I know for a fact that from the way other people are talking about this new update, it honestly just sounds like a terrible, I mean really, like this, they literally said this is the worst update of all the other updates that they've ever made in the past. And I thought the update that Behavior Studios put in last time was worse, and it was the update where they had to nerf / reduce the time for gen regress perks and gen blocking perks. I thought that was the worst update. I guess this one takes the cake and the trophy in the medal. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be making that video soon. So like I said, this video was to address every Sable main out there and just spread awareness of hashtag Stop the Sable hate. This is a really, really problematic event that we're facing right now. So I hope this video gets across a lot of platforms, and we have to make everybody know that we appreciate the Sables, and we gotta make sure that convince the unalivers not to go after Sables anymore. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very important video, 100%. And be sure to post more videos, especially I'm going to post the video about the new patch that's going to be coming out for console. Can't wait for that one. I mean, it depends. I mean, this update is terrible for unalivers to the point where I actually have to uninstall it because of the backlash of survivor benefits that they're going to gain from this update. Then yeah, probably not. But if it's doable, then yeah, I'm definitely probably not going to uninstall this game. Besides, this is like the only game that I like play with the dedication and passion for. So yeah, so it's very unlikely that I could uninstall this game. Very unlikely I wouldn't. You guys have a great day and enjoy the trials, and I'll see you guys next time.